My name is Akube Doromo. I am the chairman of South Sudan United Freedom Fighters. Today we're going to talk about South Sudan's best peace. South Sudan-based peace, South Sudan-based peace as it is, if we go to South Sudan war against North Sudan, it started in 1879 or before to 1922 and earned its sovereignty. And in 1947, known as Juba Conference, was reunited to North Sudan by United States and Britain. And in 1955, the Anyanya War broke out until 1972, when the North Sudan succeeded to use the South Sudanese against each other. The Anyanya One took unconditional peace to build up the strength. In 1978, the Anyanya One took unconditional peace to build up the strength. In 1978, the Anyanya II rise up. In 1983, the North Sudan came up with another alternative called division, Kokora, and managed South Sudan as three regions against each other. In the same year, SPLA rise and joined Anyanya II in struggle for federal South Sudan. The SPLA was very successful against North Sudan by demanding federalism for the entire Sudan, not only South Sudan. And in 2005, North Sudan was defeated ideologically and submit into doctrine of letting South Sudan go before installing federalism into entire Sudan. In the same year, 2005, SPLMA came to an end by conspiracy from Salva Kiir, JCE, which is known as Jenge Council of Elders, North Sudan, Waniga, Dr. Riek Machar, and the Uganda President Yoweri Museveni in cutting off the head of the snake so that the body will bounce on top of the hole, and that marks the end of SPLA. Now, 1. South Sudan peace of September 12, 2018 was an insult to injuries. After the terrorist regime committed genocide on December 15, 2013, on December 15, 2013 to 2018. 2. Juba terrorist fake civil war was created as cover-up for the corruption committed against South Sudan GDP and the killings of all the smart South Sudanese leaving the country with heads without brain. 3. There is no tribalism in South Sudan. It was posed to the weak South Sudanese, but it is not. It was posed to the weak South Sudanese, but it is not working because South Sudanese tradition of fighting against each other doesn't mean they hate each other. And the terrorist regime failed to maintain the conspiracy theory. Now, the 64 tribes must remember that this peace is a rubber stamp by the conspiracy group after killing leader of SPLA, Dr. John Garang, and giving up the country to the same people whom South Sudanese fought since 1879 to 2005. So all these heroes sacrifice of their lives and their struggle just washed away in a vain. Please, South Sudanese, the answer to that is no, because the evil has grouped up themselves now. The South Sudanese must unite, and that unity is stronger than the weapons they used in killing South Sudanese. And still, if it is difficult, we can use federalism, which asking each citizen to go to their original area and unite as bloc with their fellow South Sudanese. 1. The 64 tribes' collective effort will ask the terrorist regime in Juba to step down, or they will be washed away. 2. The unity is more stronger than carrying a gun or killing those who are vocal about corruption or conspiracy of Juba terrorists. 3. The work of all the 64 tribes is to stop any South Sudanese from directing killings against each other, and that is the biggest weapon that will defeat all South Sudanese enemies, South Sudanese enemy, nationally and internationally. Finally, the problem of South Sudan will only be solved or resolved by South Sudanese. The history of South Sudanese is clear. They always love each other, and the common fight is for having that best girls or having more cattle. Realizing South Sudanese truth, the 64 tribes live among themselves is the final peace, and the federalism is the best formula for development to curb up the corruption. The future is clear. Working together is the strongest tool South Sudanese have and need to be applied right to remove all the South Sudanese obstacles out. Thank you, South Sudanese, and you need to listen to this and you need to implement it. Thank you.